And hello there, it's Dr. Brenda, sociologist, financial coach, founder of Gutsy Women Finances Community, full-time RVer, traveling the country with my 3 cats. Hey, please subscribe below. If you already subscribed, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the bell to be notified of new videos. I am at Chipokes Plantation State Park. They have a farm museum here in the park. It's pretty cool. All kinds of equipment and farm machinery, farm life in these buildings behind me and next to me. So great setting to talk about the last 2 weeks. Here we go. I've got 4 things that I really learned about myself in the last 2 weeks. Why the last 2 weeks? What's been going on? This is my last stay here. Tomorrow I head out. This park is in Surrey, Virginia, and all I have to do is take the ferry, and I am in Williamsburg, Virginia, where I lived for almost 19 years. And so I laid down some roots. I left some friends, good friends in the area. So the last 2 weeks have been crazy. Totally unlike my schedule because I've been busy visiting and socializing and getting some shopping done because I know where all the stores are. So catching up with friends, eating. Oh my gosh. I mean, the last 2 weeks have been crazy. And now I'm headed out again and I'm starting to think about about life. You know, I'm going on the road again on my own, which is fantastic, but what's it going to be like after I've just spent 2 weeks visiting with old friends and hanging out at in the Yorktown and Colonial Williamsburg and all my old haunts? Am I going to miss it? What's been going on? So I keep thinking about these 4 things that I learned. Okay, now number 1 is it is great to be part of a community. It really is. And I had loosely created 3 different communities during my time here. One through the workplace. The second was through when I became an entrepreneur, my group of women business entrepreneurs. And then the third, my Virginia Master Naturalist folks. And so I've got a pretty good mix of friends here. A lot of these friends I didn't get to know until much later in my years here, after my child had become more independent, and I decided I wasn't going to just give my life to work anymore. So I've spent a lot of time hanging out, catching up. I'm tired. This socializing is tough work. I'm not used to being around people all that much. I love meeting people. I love spending time with them, but I did not have enough alone time. It is so today I've done my laundry, took my catio down, time to clean up, time to get ready to go tomorrow. Last Monday, I had a photo shoot scheduled. The weather was too hot, so that didn't happen. Those are the only 2 days where I was not running around, going back and forth, going shopping, visiting with friends. So I have learned. I love the community. I love being around friends. I miss myself. I miss my alone time. I'm so used to. I didn't get out for my long walks like I was doing in the mountains, and kind of miss that. Kind of miss that about myself. So that's one of the things I learned. Second thing I learned has to do with my work. I am feeling so incredibly anxious because I really wasn't able to do my work. I didn't have a very good service here, but I didn't have the time to spend it on my business. And I like to work ahead. I like to schedule ahead. I feel anxious. I feel almost panicked. And it's like, I got to crank out some work now. I got to work on Gutsy Women Finances, get all my October articles written. I'm starting to develop a corporate wellness program, develop that. I've got to learn stuff. I've got to promote. I've got to sell. I've got to. And so I realize now, I talk about I've got a lot of flexibility in my business, and that is absolutely true, and I love it. I love taking a nice sunny day and going out and hiking and then doing a little bit of work in the evening. Or if it's too cold in the morning, I can work in the morning. Or, if the park is busy, I can work on the weekends and goof off on Mondays, one of my favorite days now. Or I can wait until it rains and crank out a bunch of work on my rainy days. So, sorry about that. Even though I have that level of flexibility, I realized that I did have a routine. I did have some rules. I did get work done. I got a lot of work done, even with that flexibility. And now, being out and about, I am not comfortable at all. I am a lousy procrastinator. A friend called me a precrastinator. I get things done before they're even on my schedule. I get things done before I even plan to get them done. And that is what I feel comfortable with. So I'm feeling that level of anxiety. I'm going to have to catch up. Checked out the weather forecast at my next location, into the mountains again. It's going to be cold. I'm going to have cold mornings, and some rain is coming in. So I am going to be spending more time working. So I've realized that, yeah, I do have a routine. It is one of flexibility, but I get my work in there, not being able to get my work scheduled in advance and get things going really doesn't make me feel very good. Okay. So that's the second thing. So the first was, I love the community, but I did miss my alone time. Second is, I don't like pushing work off. I've got to be able to get some work done, and I'm not comfortable feeling like I'm behind. So I have a routine there. Third piece Third piece is the physical self. So when I left here, it was over 2 years ago. I just, counted back. It was like 28 months ago. I've been on the road for 28 months, 2.25 years. And I was obese. And I have done so many things during this time to get fit. One of these is intermittent fasting. And these last 2 weeks, a lot of times I was meeting somebody for lunch and meeting somebody for dinner. Eating out at the restaurants almost every day, which of course blew my restaurant budget. It's okay, because this is like a vacation for me. It's catching up stuff, but I don't even feel very good. Losing sort of that intermittent fasting schedule, going to Trader Joe's and grabbing some of the things that I love. Oh man, apple cider donuts are out this time of year. Help! So it's like, I don't feel good like this. So physically, it is. I'm excited to get back to doing the intermittent fasting and preparing some soups and cutting out on those restaurant meals. I just feel so much better physically. So I learned that about myself. I learned that I'm on the right track. What's the fourth thing? I drove here in the car. I'm thinking, I've got these three, okay, my physical self, the intermittent fasting, the work self, and then the sort of like that balance between play and spending time on your own. The fourth piece is, I have realized I have a long way to go on this journey. I can't help but look back at the person that left here 28 months ago and thinking, she's not me. I am not that same person anymore. I have grown exponentially, not physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. I love who I am, and I love who I am becoming. I feel purposeful, authentic, like my actions are all aligned with my values. But the journey is only beginning. And that's the piece that kind of excites me. As much as I have grown in 28 months, I believe there's more ahead of me. I can't tell you how exciting it is to live the life that I have created for myself. So tomorrow I will take off. It's going to be a long drive headed to Hungry Mother State Park in the western part of Virginia, back to mountains. And I'm going to tell you what, the drive's going to be tedious, and I'm going to be approaching that park and looking for my spot, looking for the campground, and probably opening my mouth and just saying, wow. Every time I'm moving to a new location, yeah, okay, I've got to drive this big rig again, hoping the weather's good, keeping my fingers crossed, traffic is not a problem. But the larger part of me is like a 5-year-old kid racing down the steps Christmas morning. Can't wait to see what's under that tree. Hopefully it's a bicycle. It might be something I don't like, but I have that same level of excitement. That has only grown over time. The things that I am experiencing, the things that I am seeing, the things that I am doing make this life so rich. And I can't wait for the next 28 months. So that's my big takeaway. It's been great to be in Williamsburg, great to be able to visit with friends again, to reconnect. Great to eat some of those apple cider donuts, but I am eager to get back to my work schedule. I am eager to helping women build financial freedom and growing that program. I am eager to being with me and allowing myself to continue to experience joy and bring that out into the world. I have a long journey to go. We all have a long journey to go. I just can't wait for the next sunrise. It's been remarkable. I did see my old house, and it's not in the best of shape anymore, but that also cemented that decision I made of trading in the house for life, because this is a life that I never could have dreamed about, one that is so much wilder, crazier, and fulfilling than I could have imagined. So we start another chapter, another journey tomorrow. I hope that you're going to keep coming along with me. And it's, if you have visited your old hometown, places that you've lived in, and you're ready to move on. I mean, I'd love to know what you have learned by going back. And can't go back in time, but I sure can remember who I was when I was here and who I am now. And I am excited about the person that I am becoming, and I hope you feel the same way about your life. All right, that's it for today. I'll get together with you from the mountains. Looking forward to getting my hiking legs back in shape, and seeing the shadows and the sun play off of those mountain peaks. That's always a treat for me. You guys take care. Until next time, I'm Dr. Brenda. Please subscribe. All right, bye-bye.